Matthew chapter 5, verse 1. And seeing the multitudes, he went up into a mountain, and when he sat down, his disciples came to him. And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Now, the poor in spirit means you're humble. You're not full of pride. You'll listen to somebody teaching you. Verse 3, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Verse 4, Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Those who are grieving and mourning over sin and evil, they will be comforted. Verse 5, Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. That word meek means they humble. They do what they're supposed to do. They meek. They're not haughty, thinking they know everything, thinking they can do everything by themselves. They're meek. Verse 6, Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. If you're thirsty and you're hungry for God and for to do right and do what's right and have a good outcome, you're going to get your chance. Verse 7, Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. If somebody do something to you and you forgive them, then you're going to get mercy. Because you forgave them for their sins. Now it's your turn. You're going to get mercy from God. Verse 8, Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. If your heart is not evil and nasty and wicked and hateful towards somebody else, you shall see God. You are innocent. You are loving. You are kind. You are pure. You're not wicked and evil in your heart. Verse 9, Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Verse 10, Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. If you are persecuted, tormented, and tortured because you like righteousness instead of wickedness, then yours is the kingdom of heaven. You will receive the kingdom of heaven that is to come. Verse 11, Blessed are you when men shall revile you and persecute you and say all manners of evil against you falsely for my sake. They telling lies on you. They persecute you. They revile you. Tell you to get out of here. We don't want you in our church. It says in verse 12, Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which was before you. That is the Beatitudes. Verse 17 says, Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but fulfill. The law is still standing. Jesus is in the heavenly sanctuary atoning for people's sins. The law is there and still going on. And when you sin, you must pray for forgiveness for your sin. The law has not been abolished. It says, whoever break one of these commandments, in verse 19, and teach people to do the same thing, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever shall do and teach the law, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say to you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, you shall in no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven. You have heard it was said of them of old time, you shall not kill, and whoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. But I say to you, whoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whoever say to his brother, Raca, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, you fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. Therefore, if you bring your gift to the altar, and there rememberest thy brother have aught against you, if you got anything against him, leave your gift at the altar, and go your way, and be reconciled to your brother, and come and offer your gift. God said you're not going to get forgiven if you don't forgive your brother of his sins. You have heard that it was said by them of old time, you shall not commit adultery. Matthew chapter 12, verse 27. But I say to you that whoever look on a woman to lust after her has committed adultery already in his heart. It's a lot more laws down in this book, but these laws is just the loving part of the Ten Commandments. It's just explaining the Ten Commandments. It's talking about here in verse 43. You have heard that it has been said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, and do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you, that you may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he makes the sun to rise on the evil as well as the good, and send rain on the just as well as the unjust. It says in verse 48, be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. That means you got to be mature in your love for other people